Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Kick it off. It's about that time though. Yeah. Yeah. It's about that time though, Morris. It's about that time though, Morris. Y'all ready? Is you ready? We finna blast off right now though. You gonna wanna share this out. You gonna wanna share this out. You gonna wanna share this out. I'm telling you right now. Listen. Let's go ahead and blast off. Let's go ahead and blast off. Peace and love to all you Moors, all you Muslims, all you Asiatics. Hey, so you see this right here, right? See this right here? Now let me show you something real quick. See this right here, right? Finna bring all these out, just like we used to be doing. Finna bring all these out. St. Lucia, St. Vincent, St. Croix, Bahamas, Barbados, Cuba, PR, DR, know what I'm saying? IET. Finna bring all these out. Finna bring all the flags out now. Cause look what this is a rendition of. See this right here? Let me just show y'all this right quick. Let me just show you this real quick. Hold up. Let me just show you this real quick. While we even getting started. While we even getting started. Let me just show you. You see these? You see these guys right here? They got headbands on, right? They got bandanas tied on, right? This ain't nothing new under the sun. But see, the thing is though, you can't serve two masters. You can't say that you're Aboriginal and Indigenous and then say that you're a U.S. citizen. You can't do that. See, that's like in the Bible where it say you can't serve two masters. The U.S. corporation is the master to the slave. But when you say that you're Aboriginal and Indigenous, you are a Moorish American, you are Moor, that means you're a free person. You're a natural living being and a natural living man and woman. You know what I'm saying? But when you say that you're a so-called person of color or a U.S. citizen, then you're serving the corporation. So it would be Happy July 4th to you because you serving a U.S. corporation. Because you keep claiming to be a U.S. citizen. See that? You see, once you start learning the meaning of these words and these terms and these definitions, you ain't going to get finesse no more. And that's what we own. Each one teach one. See that? So look. See these right here? These are ancient. These are ancient headdresses that we've been wearing. Ain't nothing new under the sun. So let me ask y'all a question, right? Before we even kick it off. Let me ask you a question. This right here is a Moorish coat of arms, noble families. Now this is over here, as you see, in Germany. So let me ask y'all a question. As you see the spelling, M-O-H-R, 1680, that's the date. M-O-H-R, right? Same headdresses, bandanas, dressed the same type way, right? Now this is in Germany. Whole time, let me ask you this. How could these people over here that's indigenous to Germany, why do they got the same kind of clothes on as the Moors that's over here in the Americas? Come on, talk to me. Come on. Talk to me. You see that? They're Aboriginal and Indigenous in Germany. These are Moors in Germany. So explain to me how they dress the same way as the Moors in America, if we ain't the same people. And look who carrying us. Yo, if we ain't the same people, then how we dress the same? This is America. This is Germany. How we dress the same if we ain't the same people? Man, stop playing, man. You know why? Because the whole planet used to be connected as one world. One America. The Tartarians and Moors are the same people. Share this beam out. You talking about the same people. Pictures speak 1,000 words. The same people that's in the Americas who are not Indians, we're Moors. Moor is ancient. Indian is a modern term that was substituted for Moor in 1681. 1621, actually. 1621. And again, you cannot serve two masters. So if you out here talking about you're a black person, you're a Native American, you're an Indian, you're saying that you are a subject to the U.S. corporation. That's what you're saying. You might not think that you're saying that, but in law, that's exactly what you're saying. Let me show you what I mean real quick. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. To begin pursuant to 26 USC subsection 770130, United States person. The term United States person means a citizen or resident of the United States, a domestic partnership, a domestic corporation. See that? That's a U.S. person. See, this is why law is crucial, and we got to start getting on this. From the definition of United States person, quote unquote, set forth in 26 USC subsection 770130, its connection to the 14th Amendment is astonishingly clear and evident. Section 1 of the 14th Amendment also reads, quote, all persons born or naturalized in the United States. Keep in mind, the United States is a corporation. It's not a people. It's not a land. This is what the distinction that we got to get on. Look, and subject to the jurisdiction and thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. This is why the prophet Noble Drew Ali said, there's no need for the 14th and 15th Amendment for the salvation of my people. This is why he said that. Because he was a mastermind. He studied law and history. He studied science. He studied government. He studied civics, alchemy. He studied and gave us the blueprint. That's why he said, I left y'all everything it takes to save a nation. All you gotta do is watch the instructions and watch my prophecies. Look. So again, keep this in mind now. You cannot serve two masters. So explain to me, anybody that's a naysayer or hater out there, these right here are Moors, noblemen in Germany. Why are they dressed the same way as the Aboriginal and indigenous Moors in America? Can you explain that? Huh? Can you explain that? Can you explain that? How they over here in Germany dressed the same way with the bow and the arrow and the bandana on their head? They dressed the same way over here in America. You see that? There's the bow. Look how they dress. They got the same drip on. How's that possible if they not the same people? Moor is an ancient word. It's an ancient identity. Black ain't ancient. Indian is not ancient. It's not ancient. It's not older than Moor. No different than this right here. Y'all like to eat, right? I like to eat. Y'all like to eat? You like to eat? Look at this. Dr. Ivan van Sertima's book, he demonstrates contact between Egypt and the Americas with evidence of all the agricultural trade for Egypt and the Americas. With evidence of all the agricultural trade for items like tobacco. You smoke squares? You smoke cigars? Cocaine? And maize. That's corn. So wait a minute. Pineapples and etc., all of which I just listed are only native to the Americas. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. So you talking about the same people that's dressed like this Hold up. The same people that's dressed like this, and this is French, Dutch, this is Belgium, this is all that over there. See that? French, Belgium, over here. And Dutch. All of this is overseas. So explain to me, how can these people over here have the same kind of drip on? See that? And keep in mind, these are noble families. You got to be somebody to have a title on the shield. Your family name got to be strong, and it could not be black, because black is not our people. Hybrid Europeans are the black people. They're the pale people, because black means pale. It's not a bloodline. It's not a nationality. It's not a language. It's not a land. See that? The Dutch hybrid slave masters, they put black on our people so they could get us to get off our Moorish noble title. Hear that? Look, you say how you gonna feed the other people? You feed the other people with knowledge. Knowledge is the food. If you ain't eating the right food, how you gonna think right? How you gonna speak right? How you gonna move right? See that? So again, you can't serve two masters. And if you ain't declared a nationality, you definitely ain't helping the people eat nothing, because you ain't standing on no principles. This is the U.S. corporation. Let's see something real quick about the U.S. corporation. Watch this. The U.S. corporation, the United States exists only on paper. It is a total fiction. So people out here celebrating so-called July 4th. July 4th ain't about us being freed. July 4th is about the pale-skinned Europeans receiving their independence. That's what July today is all about. July 4th is not for the freedom of Moorish people. We was already free. That's for hybrid Europeans that was fighting for their independence. That's not our celebration today on July 4th. The United States corporation exists only as an idea in substance and reality. The United States takes on physical reality only after Congress activates 18 constitutionally delegated powers in accordance with Article 1, Section 7 of the Constitution. So as you see, the United States Incorporated consists only of the 10-mile square of Washington, D.C., and its territories of Guam, Samoa, Marinara Islands, and Puerto Rico. See, this is why you got to go to the ancient name of Puerto Rico, which is Hispaniola. Hispaniola and the Tainos that's over there. Now, I want you to see something. I want you to see something in real time, right? This is not a magic trick. This is what we was dressing like. You see the Moorish woman? See, this is what we was dressing like. This is not coincidence. You got to put that shit in the garbage. How we dressing? Now, these are the Arawaks. This is the indigenous people of South America and the so-called Caribbean islands. You see that? So look at they drip though. Look what they wearing. He got a bow and arrow. He got a fez made of feathers. See that? And look at the Moorish woman. You see the drip? Now, how can you have the same clothes in the Americas? Let me make it more real. This is the so-called Caribbeans right here, right? These are the so-called Caribbeans. See, all this right here is the Americas. All this is the Americas. All of this. North, Central, all of the islands, and South America, including Hawaii. See, we got to study geography. See, this is the Americas, right? Now, explain to me how people over here in the Americas, North, Central, and South, all of the islands, how are they dressed the same as people over here in Germany, How are they dressed the same way as people in France, in Dutch, the Dutch, in Belgium? How are they wearing the same clothes? You see that? Let me show you just a little bit of geography. Germany is all the way over here on the other side of the world. Over here. France is Germany over here. All the way over here. Ireland and all that. See, all this is Moorish land. This is why they don't teach Moorish history and Moorish science in school. Because that's going to get us too much information about our history. So they got to keep promoting the black shit. The person of color shit. Calling Europeans hybrids, white people, which they can never be. See? So look, they dress like this. They dress like this in France. See that? Dutch, Belgium, they dressing like this, right? So how are they dressing like this over there on the other side of the world? But the Arawaks and the Tainos are dressing the same way in the Americas. If they wasn't connected being the same people. How are they dressed like this in America if they not the same people? Because they are the same people. See, it's over with now. It's over with, fam. That shit dead. All the lies that they've been telling. See, in this age of Aquarius, the planet heating up. The information heating up. Our minds are starting to heat up. See, it ain't just the climate externally. It's internally. Shit catching on fire right now. That's why we able to critically think so fast now. See, the technology starting to keep up with our mentalities. But our mind make it real. That's why you can't serve two masters. You either gonna be what you born as a Muslim, Moorish American, Moor, or you gonna be a corporation, which is over here. You're gonna be an abstract, a person of color. You're gonna be somebody they categorize as property, chattel, because corporations can't have citizens. Does Walmart have citizens? What about Target? Huh? What about H&M? Huh? What about Planet Fitness? Can Planet Fitness have citizens? No, sir. So since Planet Fitness, Target, Walmart, etc., can't have citizens, those are corporations. So it's not our celebration on July 4th. That's the celebration of the hybrid Europeans that we allowed them to have some sort of independence. The hybrid Europeans have pretty much all been in bondage. They've, through our history, been enslaved. These is facts. And you never call them people white people. You never let that come out your mouth. Because again, we are the Aboriginal and indigenous people of the planet. The planet. So you never call these people white people. You always call them who they are. Because words have power. Words have meanings. Words don't mean what you want them to mean because you want to. Nah. What's the definition? Let's go. So find it kind of strange that you got over here in the Americas. Find it kind of strange that in the book by Ivan Van Sertima, they came before Columbus, the African presence in ancient America, which includes these basalt heads that weigh like 5 to 10 tons. You see this? These things are scattered all through the Americas. Them things right there, them basalt heads, fam, these things weigh 5 to 10 tons. You couldn't put this shit on no damn boat. That shit had to get built here in the Americas. You're not picking that up, fam. I don't give no fuck how much you lifting up in the gym. You ain't picking up something that weigh 5 to 10 tons. That shit ain't happening. North America, Central and South America, and all the islands. They all around here. All in these lands, which are Moorish lands, these things right here, these basalt heads are scattered all around, including in Hawaii. Yeah. The Polynesians that's out there? Yeah. They got basalt heads that's out there. How they get there? If the planet wasn't all connected at one time, how they get there? Because the planet was connected. Bing bong. It was connected. That's why everything was how it is. That's why you can't go nowhere and you're not going to see people that look exactly the same. They just speak different languages. Dress like this. Dress like this. Dress like this. All around the planet. So you said you like to eat, right? You like to eat food? You like to eat pineapples? What about smoked tobacco, cigars and whatnot? Eating corn? Huh? See that? And the people over here, these mummies, look. You know that these mummies, they found traces of mummies in the Americas. Like this right here was found in Phelan, Nevada, which is 9,400 years old. This is the oldest mummy in the world. And it's in the Americas. What? You know, if you watch I watch National Geographic sometimes. I like that show. So National Geographic, they said that they found cocaine wrapped up in there with the mummies in Egypt. And where is Egypt? Egypt, the first Egypt, is over here in the Americas. Being fucking bong. Over here. So when they talk about Egypt, so don't it make sense though? You found the oldest mummy ever recorded in the Americas in Nevada. And they said they found it in Egypt. But then when you go, hold up, where we at? Then when you go right here, hold up. Where we at? Let's kick it off. Kick it off, fam. Where you at? Yeah, no. I know. Kick it off, man. Nah, I can't find it. Let it rock. See how they say Egypt is over here? Exactly. The Nile River. Exactly. Bey is a title for a man in Egypt. So when they talk about Egypt and they talk about, well, Egypt was in Africa. Yeah, Egypt was in Northwest Africa because the Americas, contrary to popular belief, is Northwest Africa. That's why Egypt is here. The maps have been flipped. They've been reversed. They've been turned inside out. Things have been changed. Let me ask you this. How can we watch a basketball game, like say the finals that just went off with Boston and Dallas, right? How can we all watch the basketball game at the same time if we in so-called different time zones? Huh? How we watching the same basketball game played at the same time, same speed, but we in so-called different time zones? That shit is not real, G. That shit is made up. Ain't no such thing as no time zones. How's time gonna change because I go from Chicago to Florida? How the hell is the time gonna change? If we watching a basketball game, football game, baseball game at the same damn time on TV. How? Or LA or something, Texas. Fam, we've been lied to on a global scale. That shit over with. You know what I'm saying? That shit dead. Super dead. The Americas. This is the Americas. But see, you can't serve two masters. You can't say that you an Aboriginal and Indigenous person, natural person, and then say that you a so-called black person. You're an African American person. Because you're trying to serve two masters. Corporations cannot have citizens. Only Aboriginal and Indigenous people can be nationals. You can't be a citizen if you're a national. It's impossible. Now, if you give up your birthright and your nationality, and abandon your birthright, then you could say, well, you're going to be subject to the jurisdiction of the 14th Amendment, chattel person, United States Corporation. Now, you could do that, but why would you want to do that for? This is what it comes: as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23, chapter 23, verse 7. Check it out. What it say? It say, you do not have to know the intricacies of the mind, only the ability to use them as they are designed. You can just be, quote unquote, in the purity of your good intent. This is the beauty of life. Turn me up, man. Let's go. Let's go. And you go right here and you say, what? You say, you may choose to know more if you wish, or just be. In your experience, and the outcome will remain the same. The ability to create as a child of God is a skill available to everyone. One more time. The ability to create as a child of God is a skill available to everyone. The result of three components of thought. We talking about as you think, as a man or a woman thinketh, is their heart. So are you. So it's your mind and your heart combined. And you can't serve two masters. You cannot say that you're an Aboriginal and indigenous person, natural being, and then say that you're a U.S. citizen. It's impossible. Because corporations cannot have citizens. You can only be property that belong to the U.S. corporation. Let's go a little further. Clarity of thought. For thoughts to become manifest, they must be clear, concise, and sustained. Constantly changing, wavering thoughts are incapable of sustaining a good result. They may appear as a series of incongruent, confusing situations, mirroring the blueprints of your mind. Gotta have clear thought. Gotta know what you're doing. Gotta know what you're thinking. That means if you indecisive, you in trouble. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. James chapter 1, verse 8. You can't be double-minded. Once you got your shit together, you don't waver off your position. That's why you gotta know by having clarity with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. See that? You can't be out here talking about, well, I heard that we was Moors, but I heard that we was U.S. citizens too. See, that means you don't know. See, your position ain't right. You keep pivoting. You keep pump faking. Once you know, you're not a believer. See, people that believe, they still got doubts in their head. Somebody that knows, they not finna be like, 5 plus 5 is 25. They not finna do that. See, that's a believer. Oh, I heard 5 plus 5 was 25. I heard it. What do you know though? See, you can't know and believe at the same time. Once you know something, then you graduated past believing. See, we Moorish Americans by birthright and nationality. That's not a belief. That's geography. That's blood. That's law. But see, somebody that's a believer, they're going to be like, yeah, it's okay. Well, I could just say I'm a U.S. citizen. A U.S. citizen is an all capital name. That's the 14th Amendment. So what you out here celebrating? You saying that you celebrating that you're a corporation, a domestic corporation? You saying you're a resident of a corporation? Like I said, Planet Fitness, they ain't got citizens. They got employees that work there. You know what I'm saying? They have members. You could be a member. You know what I'm saying? You're not a citizen though, because citizens have something like every other nation got. What do citizens have? This what citizens got right here. Look. This what citizens got. Citizens, nationals, they have a flag. See that? Nationals have a national flag. This right here. And this right here. See, that's a national flag right there. Just like over here. See, the difference is this right here behind me is a flag of the empire. The empire. This is our flag too. That's our flag too. That's our flag too. Trinidad, the Bahamas, Barbados, all those is our flags. But the only difference is this is the flag of the Moorish Empire. The empire, the kingdom is on the other side over there. That Morocco over there didn't get started till 1956. We've been here for hundreds of thousands of years, millions of years. So look, if you don't have this is a national flag. You're not a nation. It's no nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam ain't got a national flag. How the fuck your ass a nation? You ain't no nation. You an organization. RBGs, you're an organization. Pan-Africans, you're an organization. You're not a nation. You're just an organization. Big difference. Organizations don't have citizens. You know what I'm saying? Then you got a continental flag. This is the continental flag of the Moors, the Moorish nation. See? See the tree right there? Don't you see the colors? Even though this is the summertime, what's the colors of Christmas? Red and green. You think that's a coincidence? No, sir. Why you think it's a Christmas tree? Because the Christmas tree is the continental flag of the Moorish nation. That's the Christmas tree. And it's the Christmas colors. Look. That's why they put a star. This is why they put a star on top of the Christmas tree. Then you see this right here. This ain't a flag. Again, you can't serve two masters. So when you say, well, what's this right here supposed to be? Exactly what they say it is. It's a star-spangled banner of the United States of America. This ain't no national flag. This is a banner, just like the LGBTQ. That's a banner. That's not a nation. It's not a national flag. Just like this. This is a banner of the United States Corporation. That's what that is. Bing fucking bong. So you can't have misplaced ideas. You can't have a mind that keep pivoting. You in doubt about what you is and where you came from and what your nationality is. What's the law mean? If you out here like that, you don't have clarity of thought. And if you have clarity of thought, there's another level. The next level behind the clarity of thought and thinking and being yourself, the next level is this right here. Duration of thought. What's duration of thought? This is the lock. This is the key in the lock. Duration of thought, while clarity is the key component, unless it is sustained, the seed is not nurtured long enough to develop in the soil. Persistence alone wins the prize. Watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18. See that? Last but not least, you have intention of thought. Intention of thought locks the entire thing together. Look. Intention of thought intention is the energy of thought that sustains the seed in the matrix of creation. The seed may dissolve at any point if the energy of intent is cast aside and lost. Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds, for riches are not forever. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 23 and 24. See, this is why the prophet Noble Drew Ali said what he said, fam. He was a mastermind. And what did he say? In the prophecies and the hadiths, he said that money don't make the man. Money don't make the woman. It's free national standards and principles that make the man in the nation. The woman in the nation, you got to have free national standards. You got to have principles. That's the power. If you out here talking about some, I need to get my money up, and all you value is them green pieces of paper, you ain't even on the path yet. You ain't got no clarity of thought. You ain't got no duration of thought. You damn sure ain't got the right intention of thought. And as your mind thinketh is your heart. So you gonna be. We talking about bars, man. So look at this. Look at this right here. I'm still waiting on that answer. I'm still waiting on that answer though. How you got Moors over here in France, Germany, Belgium? How you got them dressed like this, celebrating their own independence, all over here in the coat of arms, bandanaed up, all on the noble shields? How are they dressed the same as the Arawaks in the Americas, if they not the same people? Fezzed up, made of feathers, the Moorish woman, Tainos and Arawaks, right? So if you say you a so-called Jamaican, you say you a so-called Haitian, you say you a so-called Trinidadian, you say you from PR, the DR, Barbados, the Bahamas, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, St. Croix, all that, Cuba, all that. How you got the same clothes on all around the world? All around the world? How you got the same clothes on all around the world, fam? All around the world? Literally, all around the world. Yo! All around the world? Fezzes are ancient and modern headdresses of Moorish people. All around the world? How you sitting on the alligator and a crocodile? How? How you able to sit on a crocodile? How you able to do that if you not royalty? Come on, man. I need answers. And then what the hybrid European do? What they do? They'll do this right here. They'll try to Europeanize the version of what we was already doing for centuries, for millenniums. We been on this. And what they do? They try to slide, and then look at that shit. That shit look fool as hell. Yeah. Get your goof ass out of here. This shit ain't real. This shit is not authentic at all. See? But this what they do though. See, everybody takes what the Moors did because we was the first ones doing it. How we out here riding crocodiles? We was letting lions pull our chariots. Real shit. Fam, do you know that listen to this. Camels, lions, crocodiles, and alligators, those animals and those horses too, those is indigenous to the Americas. Fam, you know that in history, there were American lions that was over here. It was American elephants over here in the Americas. That's not something over there in Eastern Africa. That shit was over here. Them animals was over here first. Real lions, real elephants, real camels. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. This shit finna blow your mind. Watch this. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold up. Let's go. Real fast. Let's go real fast.
Starting a business, or so you thought. That's why you need business. It's an absolute game changer in getting your business. Thousands of years ago, camels. In fact, it was here in the frigid north that the most iconic of all desert animals first evolved. And some of the evidence was discovered down there. Meet the western camel. It was like a big dromedary, and some of its fossilized bones have been discovered at a gold mine right near this spot on Hunker Creek, just outside Dawson City. It was actually incredibly common in North America during the last ice age, and its range extended all the way south to Mexico. But during one of the warm periods, when glaciers didn't cover this land, it made it all the way up here to Yukon too. Still, that's where it stopped. And about 11,000 years ago, it went extinct. But the western camel wasn't the only camel to call the Canadian North home. There was another, even older one. Meet the Yukon giant camel. It was 30% bigger than camels are today, and it lived here millions of years ago.
Millions of years ago? Millions of years ago.
Its fossils have been found across the Canadian North, from here in Yukon all the way to Ellesmere Island in the high Arctic. And the world was a warmer place back then. The far north was home to boreal forests. But even still, it was a very cold place. The average temperature was below...
Come on, fam. Nah, just to really like lock in on that shit. Look, because you might be like, man, that shit can't be real, G. What you mean it was camels in the Americas? Like, what you mean it was camels in the Americas, fam? Look, this shit crazy. Let me show you what I'm talking about, G. All right? Y'all heard of Coney Island before, right? Brooklyn. You heard of Coney Island before? Look. Look at this. You heard of that place before, right? Okay. So, if you heard of that place, and you would say this right here. How in the world is there camels in Coney Island in these days? How? Yo! How? Are you serious? How do you got camels in Coney Island, New York City? How? Can you explain that? Can you explain that? How is that possible? How is that possible? How is that possible? Let me turn me up. Turn me up. How can anybody explain how you have camels in Coney Island? How do you have camels in Chicago? Huh? How do you have camels here? How? How do you have that? Can anybody explain that? I mean, they're right here. Remember I told you about elephants? You got elephants marching through the goat carriages in the promenade. Fam, we've been lied to on a global level. Real shit. Look, you see this architecture? This is in Coney Island. These elephants right here are American elephants. These are not North African, like what they're saying. These are the North African elephants. No, these are Northwest African elephants in Coney Island. You see that? This is not a magic trick, G. From the book, One World Tartarians. This is not a magic trick. Nah, fam. Again, the lies have been on a global level because they don't want us to start thinking like this. Like, how the fuck do you got camels in Coney Island? So what else you lying about? This shit is crazy. Crazy. So you want to celebrate something? You want to celebrate something? You can start celebrating your real history. You can start celebrating your real culture. This is what you can start celebrating. Your Moorish culture. Not black, not Indian, not Native American, none of that shit. I'm talking about your Moorish culture. This is what I'm talking about. Your Moorish culture, fam. Yeah. When you wearing feathers on your fences. This is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got the Moorish women. They out here on the backs of crocodiles and whatnot. What? And you see that? How they got the same fezes on? But they over here in France, Italy, Spain, Poland. How they got the same things on if we ain't the same people? Boys, we are the same people. This is what I'm saying. This is what we be talking about when we say, fam, we are the same people. But you got traitors out here that'll tell you that you're an Indian. Indian is not an ancient word. That's not an ancient word. They don't have a national flag. They got banners, yeah, but they ain't got a treaty with no other nation internationally. That's why all the so-called Indian treaties got broken. The longest standing treaty is the Treaty of the Moors. That's the longest standing treaty. The Treaty of Peace and Friendship. That's the longest unbroken treaty right now. How do you get part of that treaty? You get a party to that treaty by claiming your nationality as a Moorish American if you're in the Americas. You know what I'm saying? If you out here talking about you an Indian, you ain't a part of no treaty. You property. You part of the Indian Bureau of Affairs. They could do whatever they want to do with you. Throw your ass on a reservation, lock you away somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You a so-called African-American, Pan-African, RBG, person of color, Nation of Islam. They could do whatever they want to do with you because you are agreeing to be a part of the U.S. corporation. So, hey, they looking at it like, hey, shit, if you want to agree to be a part of the U.S. corporation, okay, we ain't going to stop you. We ain't going to stop you. You want to be a U.S. citizen? Okay, well, we ain't going to stop you from being one. You could be whatever you want to be, I guess. You just going to belong to us. That's how they looking at it. Ain't you tired of that? Ain't you tired of that? So if you tired of that, then do something about it. Claim your nationality. Start celebrating that. That's what Noble Drew Ali said. I'm gonna give y'all something to shout about. I'm gonna bring y'all something that you can't tear up. You can't tear this up. Only thing they can do is try to muddy it up and bury it so we don't care about it to look for it. That shit over with because it's here now. You know what I'm saying? But you got so many traitors that don't want you to ever wake up. They want you to stay asleep. They want you to stay black. They want you to say you an Indian. They want you to hate yourself so you never could be yourself. That part. You know what I'm saying? They want you to have self-resentment for your own land. They want you to say that you ain't a Moorish American. They want you to say that you ain't an American. They want you to say that you an Indian so they can rule on top of you without chains. Financially rule over you. Economically rule over you. Spiritually rule over you. They told you that your Jesus was a so-called pale-skinned person. How crazy is that? How wild is that? This how cold-hearted these people is. Cold-blooded. They took Yahushua's name, flipped it, called him Jesus, and then told you he was a pale man. What? And that's what you want to worship? Look, there's no black people in the Bible. There's no black nation on the planet. There's no white people in the Bible. Look, if they was really white people, why ain't they mentioned in the Bible as white people? See? It's over with. Dead. There's no mention of white people in the Bible, but every other tribe got mentioned. How every other tribe get mentioned, but the so-called white people didn't get mentioned? Because they ain't white people. That's a hocus pocus spell that got cooked up. That's mind control, G. White is dealing with status. My t-shirt is white. My skin ain't. European hybrids, these people right here, they ain't white people. Do they match my t-shirt? No. These people are Slovakians. That's the bloodline they come from. That's where the word slave come from, because we was incarcerating hybrid Europeans. We put them in bondage. That's where the word slave come from. They was our property. Albions. All right? Hybrid Europeans was concubines, slaves to the Moors. But we should never have enslaved them, though. See, that's where we caught our karma from. We caught karma because we started enslaving these people. We should never have enslaved them. But slavery is a divine issue. That's why the law of retribution happened back to us. We went from enslaving the hybrid Europeans to them, then turn around and enslaved us. But that's over with now. Over with. Because it's each one teach one. Now we starting to figure the shit out now. You know what I'm saying? How are you gonna be dressed like this? Dressed like this? Dressed like this? Dressed like this in Germany, America? How is people in Central America and the Caribbeans, how is they dressing all the same if they not all the same people? Talk to me. Talk to me, man. Holla at me. Holla at me, fam. Huh? Holla at me. Where you at? Where you at?
Hey, it's me.
Where you at?
Skin.
Ah. Huh? Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. They can't explain that. They can't explain how they dress like this in the Americas and then dress like this over in Belgium and France. They can't explain that. How would the Danish people, how would they dress the same as the people in the Americas if we ain't the same people? Huh? How they dress like that? The people over here, that so-called Indians, that was the first ones that was smoking tobacco. You see that? That's in Amsterdam. Look how he dressed. Look at his drip. Look at that drip. Look at her drip. You see? This ain't Indian. How could the Americas be India if the name is America? What are you talking about? Everybody else on the planet, they from China, they Chinese. They Palestinian, they from Palestine. What are you talking about? If they Japanese, they from Japan. How you gonna call yourself an Indian and you from America? Like, what are you talking about? So everybody else in the world got it wrong, and you the one got it right. But the name don't match the shit that you claiming. Make it make sense. That shit goofy as hell. America for the Americans. Why are we Moorish Americans? Hold up. Why are we Moorish Americans? Because we are descendants of Moroccans and born in America. Yeah. You could Google, if you ain't got the book, you could Google the National Mission Statement written by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. All you gotta do is think about it. Everybody on the planet, they claim the land that they from. You think about the Great Wall of China, you thinking about Chinese people. You're not thinking about people from Poland. So when you think about the Americas itself, the word means more. Like, what you talking about? The word America means a more. Like, what you mean? And don't forget the translation. More is translated over 60 different ways. So when you see M-E-R, you see more. When you say M-A-E-R-I-C-A, you see Amorticam, Amorticam. You can spell it all kind of ways. All kind of ways you can spell the word more. Americam, Americam, Amoraka, Amorako. You see what's going on? You see how it's a theme right here? Huh? You see how it's a theme? It's a theme that matches your name, matches your face, and your nationality, matches your history. See? It's a theme that's going on. They don't want us to match our faces up with history, though. They want us to match our faces up with theories. How you gonna be born in America, from America, They can't find a slave boat, and you talking about you a slave, you a descendant from a slave. They ain't even found a slave boat yet. They ain't found a dinosaur bone, but they could tell you all about fucking dinosaurs. They ain't found a slave boat yet, but you telling me you a slave descendant? What? What you mean? You a descendant from a slave, but they can't find a slave boat that brought your ass over here. Ain't no slave boats in no museums. So, ain't no slave boats in museums, but they got dinosaur bones in there. Wow. They got dinosaur bones in the museum, but they ain't got no slave boats that brought your ass over here. What you mean, man? You can't serve two masters. You can't say, I'm Aboriginal and Indigenous, but then say, nah, I'm a slave descendant. What? How? You know what's crazy? It's crazy how our people could spot some fake Gucci, fake Prada, fake Louis. We could spot some fake shit. Somebody got some food shit. We could spot that shit a mile away. Some fake Jordans on, some fake Chanel. You try to give a woman a fake bag or some shit. She already gonna know, like, this bag phony as hell. Get your goof ass out of here. They gonna know that shit. You try to give a woman some fake shit. She already gonna know, like, nah, this ain't it. But then, how can you be that intelligent that you could spot some fake shit, but you can't spot the lies that they've been talking about our people are crayon colors and black, and our people are descendants from slave boats? How you can't see the fraud in that shit? You can't see the fake shit in that, but you can spot a fake Gucci bag, a fake Birkin bag. Make it make sense though. I'm just saying, make it make sense, G. Make it make sense now. Come on now. You gotta make it make sense now. Come on. You gotta make it make sense now. Come on. You gotta make it make sense. They can't keep selling you a fake identity and you keep buying it, but you could spot some fake Jordans though. You could spot some fake Louis. Hi. They found dinosaur bones. Allegedly. But they ain't found the boats that brought your ass over here? 70-some million? 100-some million? 100-some million people allegedly got brought over here. But they can't find one boat. And you think that your name is an Indian and the land that you live on is called America. Christopher Columbus believed he landed in India. So what he did was he just said, I'm finna run with Indian and I'm finna put that on all the people that's over here. That's the real spiel. He thought he was in India and he just said, fuck it. I ain't finna tell them that they ain't Indian. So they all Indians then. Somebody renamed you. You didn't name yourself that. That's wild. How you gonna let somebody name you? How? Somebody named you? I hope y'all got something from this beam out. I'm finna move around though, because it's about that time. Yeah, it's about that time now. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all, man. Straight up. Each one teach one. Study, study, study. I self-law and master. Be smooth out here, be safe out here, man. But stay dangerous at the same time, though. All right? Teach your babies. Teach them who they are. Teach them about their birthright. Teach them about their nationality. All right? Teach them about where they come from so they could be proud of where they come from. Proud of themselves. Proud of their culture. Proud of their past. You feel me? I'm going to catch y'all more on the next one, though. I self-law and master. Get them flags up. You should have this on your wall. If this ain't on your wall, get this on your wall. Rep for that Moorish empire, that Moorish nation. We strong out here. All right? Peace, Moors. Much love. Islam.